So Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Doesn't say lack of faith. Doesn't say lack of belief. It says lack of what?
Knowledge.
Knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. Now, what would cause you to reject knowledge? Blind faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. Sight means you can perceive. Sight means you can check things out. Sight means you can actually reconsider. Sight means you can discriminate. Sight means that you can actually know things. But when you reject knowledge, it's because somebody is teaching us to just have blind faith. Accept whatever's in the front of us. Don't discriminate. Don't judge. Don't be judgmental. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So there's knowledge mentioned, and there's the law also mentioned. And it's saying this is why we are destroyed. This is why we have this disease. So the question then is, well, did we as true Christians, the three groups of 12 royal tribes of Ishmael, Israel, and Midiani, did we believe or did we have true faith? True faith is, what is true faith? When we say true faith, we're talking about having faith in things that are what? Confirmed. What's another way of saying that in today's world? They call that what? Science. They say science is the field of study where you confirm things and you produce or you make sure using a scientific method that other scientists around the world can come up with the same results that you came up with in your experimentation, and that's how they document something as a scientific fact. So did we as true Christians, did we accept science? That's the question. Well, if we go to the book of Daniel, chapter 1. Now, we love to preach about people and use them as an example without actually understanding what they did to get the results that they did. All right, the book of Daniel, I'm going to read verses 1 through 4. It says, in the 3rd year of the reign of Joachim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. This was a war. They besieged Jerusalem. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, unto his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and the king's seed and of the princes. So this group that was being taken out of Jerusalem weren't just anybody. These were the children of Israel who were the king's seed and the princes. Verse 4 says, children in whom was no blemish. This is who the king is asking for now. This is who they came into Africa and took out. Like my daughter said, Jesus didn't save us from no slavery. You're talking about the Greco-Roman Jesus Christ. And don't say, well, Yahshua Christ didn't save you either. Because Yahshua Christ doesn't work like some magician. We're going to talk about that in a second. That's what blind faith teaches. Someone can swoop down and just save you. Right? Children in whom was no blemish. Daniel 1 verse 4. But well favored and skillful in all wisdom. These were smart children. And cunning in knowledge. And understanding science. What's the word there? Science. And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. They wanted to indoctrinate the smartest of the children of Israel. They didn't want no dumb Israelites. They wanted the smart ones. because they could use the smart ones to further indoctrinate their own people.
Right.
This is the same thing that has happened with this disease of blind faith. They have taken the smartest of our people and have taught them their language. What do we mean by their language? They have taken our scriptures and they've interpreted them with Greco-Roman minds. They've interpreted it with Greco-Roman emotion. They've interpreted it with Greco-Roman perception. And they've taught the best amongst us how to teach their spell to our people, giving our people a disease called blind faith, which says don't actually check out what you're teaching, just accept it, and once you accept it, everything will be all right. And is everything all right? No, everything ain't all right. Not if you want to be honest. So let's be honest about how the children of Israel, the chosen of the Most High, how they function. They didn't have blind faith.